So once again, very good afternoon to everybody present here. So today's class about advanced programming practice. We discuss about email, about the SendGrid custom emails, and about the newspaper app. We would discuss about the articles app, and then of course to validate it, we discuss about the URLs as well as views, and then we go with the edit as well as delete option. Of course, with the login, logout, everything we will have the edit and delete. Same thing we will have here also with the newspaper app, and then we discuss about the create page. Okay, this is especially for you, my dear students and young researchers, and you can reach me at dr.christoananth@gmail.com. So before beginning the session, once again let me thank God for giving me this golden opportunity to deliver this useful session to share my knowledge among my fellow national, international participants, students and young researchers. In today's class, we will have a short introduction about email, about the SendGrid and the SendGrid pricing. We discuss about the how you can have a new account with SendGrid and about the welcome screen. Then we discuss about the SendGrid web application program interface versus SMTP relay. Then we will have SMTP stands for small message transfer protocol. Okay, right. Then we will have SendGrid integrate and about the SendGrid updated settings. Then of course we deploy Github Search. Then we move to the second part of today's class, which is articles app. We go to the URLs and views and about the articles page. Then we will have edit as well as delete option. Then we will have the updated articles page. So please complete your independent works and your open-ended project work. We have got time until maybe 3 weeks. So I think within that maybe you'll have some holidays. I'm not sure, but please complete them. And at regular intervals, we will have some short videos to discuss the knowledge in our topics. Okay. So with the case of email, Django's whatever the the options, whatever the categories, what are the features we use with Django, generally it is more simple, it's more easy for the beginners, and we will have very easy. It can be easily customized, and you can even edit it, you can create it, you can add any functionalities if you can want to. Similarly with the case of email, with the case of sending from one end to the other end, so you can use the Django's platform. So for this we have to go with the sign up option. Okay, so for the sign up we can go for SendGrid and you have to update the settings.py file. So this is how you go on the SendGrid home page. Maybe you can go with the this one, see plans and pricing. So that is the option that you have to go with. Okay, so this is the SendGrid.com. okay, so where you will have the plans and pricing. Okay, so maybe in the plans you will have like essential plan, pro plan and then premium plan. You can select your plan accordingly. Maybe you can go with the basic plan, try for free. Okay, so maybe you can send 40,000 emails for your first 30 days, then maybe 100 per day it will be costing. Okay, so this one you can try for free. So this is a SendGrid new account. So whenever you click on the free plan, then you can sign up for your free account on the new page. Maybe you will have a summary about how much you have paid. Okay, and the username, password, it should be 8 characters, more than 8 characters and 1 letter and a number. Then confirm password you can go for, and email address you can go, then I'm not a robot, and then you can create a new account with SendGrid.
What's SendGrid?
SendGrid is normally Django is very familiar with for sending emails.
Sending email.
Sending
Default.
But we have several plans also. For example, if you want to send 100,000 emails per month or maybe 1.5 million emails per month, so you can select the essential plan or maybe pro plan or maybe premium plan also. So this is it is going to tell about yourself, about the email account. So maybe just like in previous classes, we will have a super user account with a newspaper project, and you will have something called biography, like tell us about yourself page, and it should be a company website section. Okay, so that section should be there. Okay, and maybe you can have the URL of the Heroku, and maybe at the bottom you can go with the get started button. So this is the thing, like tell us about yourself. You'll have first name and then last name and then the company name. Okay, so you have to give the company. So that is the only new feature that is available here. You can have the company website. It should be entered. It is a required field, so you should enter the company name as well as the company website. And similarly, you can discuss your role, whether you are a developer or marketer, marketing person, anything you can do. And how do you plan to send your email? Maybe using API or using marketing campaigns, you can do so. How many emails? Because the basic plan will offer you only limited offer, like maybe 10,000 emails it can offer. So that thing you can select into. Right. So this is the welcome screen. So whenever you have filled in all the details, like maybe biography, name, everything you have sent, then you will have a welcome screen where we will have three different ways to send the first email. So maybe you can select this option, like integrate using the web API or SMTP relay. So that one you can select this one, and maybe you can click on the start button. Okay. So once if you have got into the start button, maybe you can use this SMTP, because SMTP is a simple message transfer protocol. It's the simplest way that you can work as a Django beginner. Okay. So maybe if you are working on a large scale websites, maybe you can use the web API. But for beginners like us, you can use SMTP, and maybe you can have a verify my account banner also on the top of the page. So maybe you can go with the choose button to actually proceed with the SMTP relay. So this one under web API, it's actually recommended. Maybe you can go with the SMTP relay also for beginners like us. So you can click on the choose button. And with the SendGrid integrate, maybe under step 1, maybe you can create a API key. So and enter the name for this one as the first API key. Maybe you can choose maybe my first API key name. So with that, you can choose your name. Okay, for example, you can choose newspaper or some other thing that is relevant to you. Okay, and you can go for create key button. Okay. And after creating the key, maybe you can set the username and the password. Okay, so after creating the key is actually newspaper. So newspaper you have successfully created. Okay, so generally you will have like username and password. So here username is actually API key, and password you can choose a password, a reliable password, more than 8 characters you can select for. So that is actually a password that you are going to set with the SMTP relay. And the next step would be verifying the integration. So this is the username, like API key, which is the same for everyone, but password it can be different for each and every account. For example, if you can remember in the previous classes, for the super user we will have some password, and similarly for the test user also we can have this one. Okay, so same thing we can do with the SendGrid, and you can set the username and the password. So this one you can add it with the Django project. Okay, so in the newspaper project / settings.py file, you maybe update the username and the password, nothing but the email backend to use the SMTP. So instead of outputting the emails to the console, maybe we can send them using the SMTP. So this is the code for the email. So within the newspaper project / settings.py file, you can have the email host smtp.sendgrid.net. So this is you are pointing it to the sendgrid.com. Okay, and then you will have the email host user API key. So if you can remember with this one, API key was the username you actually set here. Okay, so this is the thing you are going to set here, API key, and similarly email host password, it is the SendGrid password. And similarly you will have the port, email port 587, and the true field you are going to set it. Okay, so if you can enter the SendGrid email host password, then that would be adding more authentication to your, more security to your account as well. And afterwards maybe you can update also. You can go with the edit option also with the integrate using R web API or maybe SMTP relay, and maybe you can go for I've updated my settings. Okay, I'm talking about this one. Okay, I've updated my settings. Then you can go with the verify integration. Okay, so this is the updated settings that we will have in the password reset. So if you go with 127.0.0.149,000 slash users slash password reset, maybe you can type in the email address for your super user account. Maybe you need not have to use it the same email for your supergrid account, but definitely with the password reset, you can go with the new account. Okay, so maybe you can go with the password reset with this one user slash password reset, and when the password reset is done, then you will be able to see in the URL password reset slash done. And after this has been done, maybe if you can check your email inbox, maybe you'll have a new email. So from it would have come from the webmaster at localhost. Okay, so you'll have this one. So after going to the SendGrid page, you'll have this one. Let's test your integration, and if you go with the verify integration, then it will show the button will be turning into gray, checking for the moment. Okay, so if it goes for the checking, afterwards you will see it worked. Okay, and then you will see view email activity, view documentation. Okay, so this is how you test the integration, the real world email integration. So you'll see this one, unverified accounts are limited to 100 mails per day. Verify your account to send more. So if you click on verify my account, then it will show, but still it also has a limitation. Maybe it will have up to 10,000 emails, and that's it. You cannot enjoy. That's all. It's not permanent. Okay. Fine. So upon using this GitHub Django, so you can go with these steps to customize. So for customizing all these features, you can go with the GitHub Django. Okay, so what you can go, you can have the source code in the GitHub and you can search for it. So this is the GitHub search. You can go with the search bar and you can enter a few words from the email text, and if you type maybe you are receiving this email because you're talking too much, you are enjoying the freedom. I left you just because you guys would be more mature, would be more professional, would be doing your works, but it seems like you are in a computer cafe. Like everybody, anybody and everybody are discussing many things. Right. So in the GitHub search, maybe in the GitHub search bar, you can enter for this one. You are receiving this email because, so when you go for this one, you can have, a list of 94 code results that you have found with the results in the GitHub. You will have all this one. You are receiving this email because, okay, so this one, the search result comes into. So you can enter the code. Okay. So within the Django slash contrib, the admin templates registration password reset email. So in the contrib app, we will have the password reset email. So in the this one, you can go with the this one. Please go to the following page and choose a new password. So maybe we have to create a password reset email. So whenever you create the password reset email.html in the particular registration folder, so maybe you can exit the local server by pressing this Ctrl+C, and you can go with a new file. Okay, so this is how you go within the newspaper app. I mean the news app. You go with $touch templates / registration / password reset email. So in the previous section, the password reset email was not set. So that's why we are going to go with this one. So this is the password reset email. So you'll have this one. We received a request. Okay, so this is one. If you don't make this request, that is the reason in the GitHub search bar we went for searching for this one. Okay, so in the block reset link, you can set with this one, password reset confirm. Okay, and then you can go with the end block reset link and end auto escape. Okay, so this is how you can actually set with the password reset link. So you are confirming the entire process. So finally, it goes with the updating the email subject title. So we create another new file called as the password reset subject, and in the command line you go with the news app $touch template slash registration slash password reset subject. So we have already done with the password reset email, which is confirmed. So now we go with the password reset subject. Okay, so you add this particular code in this one subject password reset subject.txt, and maybe you can finally adding this one password reset subject, you can test with the following function like within 127.0.0.1:8000 slash users slash password reset. So you will check the email for the new content, and in the you can check for whether the password reset has been complete or not. So within the newspaper app, within the news app, we actually went with the confirmation of emails. So in the second part of today's class, we will update this articles app. So within the articles slash models.py, so we will importing the settings, the install apps. So Django.contrib.authentication. You have to get the user model. So import the models and you import the reverse. So make sure that everything is working as desired. And maybe when the class article, we go with models.model. Where you are going to set the character field with a maximum length of 255, and the body you are going to set the models.text field. And within the date, you are going to have the models.date time field auto now add equal to true, and the author, the foreign key you are going to set get user model, the on delete the model set cascade. So make sure you return the self to a title and get the absolute URL. Okay, so this is the article detail that you are going to set with the return reverse, and you'll have like three articles with the if you maybe click on this one local news, it showed like the article local news was added successfully. You will see the action with like maybe 0 out of 3 selected, which means that out of 3 articles, like maybe we haven't selected local news, world news today and hello world. Make sure maybe you can select all the 3 and you can change them at a stretch also. So in the URLs and views you have to configure it. So within the articles, you are going to update the URL pattern. So within the newspaper project slash urls.py, you are going to go with the import admin and import path and include the URL patterns. So just like login logout, so you are going to import with the admin.site.urls. You include the users.urls and you include the already pre-installed apps django.contrib.authentication.urls. So this is the new thing that you're going to add. So within the articles, you're going to include the articles.urls, and similarly you're going to include the within the articles you're going to have the pages.urls. So after doing this one, we can create the article slash urls.py file. So within the command line, you go with news app $touch articles slash urls.py. So this is how you are going to configure the URLs and then views, and then within the article list.html you are going to go with extends base.html, and with the articles you will have div class card header, the font weight it is bold and the text muted, and similarly with the card body you will have the card footer text center text muted, and you will be pointing to that ahref. Okay, go with the n for and then n block content, and you will have this one. So we'll have like hello world, world news today, local news. So you can go with the edit and delete. So this is how you are going to configure the URLs and confs. Okay, so it will show within the hello world, this is my first article. Within the world news today, some things happen around the world. For local news, various mundane things in a small town life. So for everything you will have edit as well as delete option. So with the case of edit and delete, maybe we have to go with the new URLs, views as well as templates. So for everything you will have a primary key of 1. So because within the article 1, for example this one, articles /1/edit, which means that it has a primary key of 1, And similarly, delete also you will have articles slash one slash delete, which means that the primary key is actually one. So you'll have for edit and delete, you'll have like articles slash urls.py from Django.urls import path. You are going to import the article list view, update view, detail view, as well as delete view. So in the URL patterns, you'll have like article edit, article detail, article delete, and article list. So same thing you're going to go with this one. So this is the article page with two entries. You'll have this one with for earlier we had like three entries. So this I think hello world has been deleted. Are you want to are you want to delete the this one? Are you sure you want to delete the hello world edited? So you have edited that one, and it shows whether you want to delete this one. And if you click on this confirm, then you will have the newspaper app with two entries. So you'll have world news today and local news. You will see that hello world is been deleted. So after going for this edit and delete, maybe you can create a page for the new articles. So if you can remember from this one, this one, article list view, update view, detail view, delete view, and now we have create view. Okay, so this is from the Django's create view. So you have to create a view, and similarly you have to create a URL as well as a template. So the article create view, this is what we are going to do. We're going to go with the template slash base.html. So the navigation class, you're going to go with the newspaper. Okay, so if user is authenticated, then it will go to the unordered list class navigation bar. Then you have the navigation item. Okay, and then you'll have plus new button. So this is the new button that you are going to add with the create page, and you are going to go with the end of content. Okay. So I'll have the detail page, fourth article. Okay, so you will have this one plus new. So if I click on this new, maybe you can go with the adding the title, editing, the body of the content, and so on. So for this case, maybe you will have the primary key is actually 4 in the URL, because this is the fourth article. Okay, so we are displaying actually 3 articles. Earlier it was hello world, some 3 articles was there, but now it was the fourth article. So actually it actually starts from the beginning, so it doesn't reorder the primary keys. So even if we have deleted also, it remembers it as fourth one. Okay, so generally what happens is it doesn't actually permanently delete it, but it actually hides the deleted fields. Okay, so maybe you can have the undelete option also maybe later for your own use. Okay, so maybe if you are going to click on the link for the all the articles, then you will have all the articles. Okay, so this is the positive thing with Django. It doesn't delete all the articles, but it just hides the deleted article. Okay, so this is the updated articles page. So you'll have all this one except for the hello world article that is being deleted. You'll have this one, world news today, local news, and then now the recently added article, which is the fourth article. Fine. So these are the independent works. Go through them. Please complete them. So install Python 3 on Windows, install Python 3 on the Linux, virtual environment, install Django, install Git, text editors, and about the initial setup, how you create an app, views and URL conts. You can complete them, you can know about them.